must have investment before you turn that. And this normally is not about land. It's not about stock. No, I'm not talking about those investments. There are things you should do to yourself. And I will start with the most important thing. It's about investing in yourself. But I have people I would like to acknowledge. Guys who have done some very good job. People I already know. I have examples here that I have researched about. We have a guy called Eugene Bogo. I think you guys knows about it. Produced a show I was watching a lot called The Young Rich some few years ago. He's gone to produce other shows like Story Young, My Friend. There are quite a number that have been produced in major mainstream television. He's the CEO of Rich Television Limited. I think you have watched his story. I've watched as well. Inspires me a lot. This guy is 29 years of age. There's another lady by the name Rona Ruto of Kenyan green tech entrepreneur, founder EcoPost. Basically, do post from aesthetic, durable materials using plastic waste, which is environmentally friendly. I think that's why she was featured. She's also a young Kenyan. There's also a farmer friend by the name Reuben. He might be watching this show. He's a friend of mine, also very young. I doubt he's 30 years, not yet. He's the African Regional Coordinator for UNEP. He's a close friend of mine. I've also thought it's important to mention, very ambitious as well, very driven, and somebody who really want to move forward. It is possible. There are people who are already doing it. Number one is invest in yourself. What do I mean? This is the time to test things. This is time to grow yourself. This is the time to do things. This is the time when you are more than 30 years, it's so hard to be able to test things. You need to settle down on an idea and start working on it so hard. Not to say you can't. There are people who still test things when they are 50 years. But it is perfect when you do it between 20 and 30 years. And this is where investing in yourself comes in. So you need to have clear goals in terms of career, in terms of investment, in terms of the friends you hang up with. If you hang up with 5 fake friends, you are the 6th. Always remember that you cannot, unless you are extremely strong, and most of us are social beings, you cannot be able to outwork the kind of group that you walk around with. If you are doing, if you are a musician, if you are an artist, if you are a videographer, for example, if you're working somewhere as an accountant, and this is the time to master your skill. Very, very important. There is a big deficit for people who are very skilled in our market today, not just in Kenya, in the whole world. It's not about certificate, degrees, and papers. No, it's about skills. Somebody who has the requisite skills to be able to do a job. Very, very important. You need to master your skill. How do you master your skill? They talk about 10,000 hours. You need to find opportunities to do the thing that you are doing. Many times as possible, research as much as you can. For some people, you need to volunteer for you to be able to master your skill and get this experience. You need to expose yourself to diverse cultures. Also build your capacity to be able to access opportunities. And that's why we are saying you master your skill, develop yourself, master your network. This is almost for free. If you fail, this is the best time to fail because you have a lot of time to be able to recover. You need to have reverence, invest in knowledge. This is where you read books, look for YouTube channel. If you are watching something, watch entertainment, but 50% of the time or even more, watch things that can be able to benefit. Or looking for, I have people I watch in YouTube. I follow them like being watching. People who talk about things to do with investment, things to do with education. People talk about things to do with self-development, very important. And you are in the first position on how to invest in yourself. Mental health, for example, how to be able to move forward in many aspects of life, including spiritually. Watch, read if you need to. You need to have mentors, and this is very tricky. People, when we say mentors, people imagine you have to meet the president, you have to meet Bill Gates and stuff like that. It is not the same. You are going online, you can be able to read people's books, watch their videos. People are doing live shows like the way we are doing, the one we were doing a few minutes ago in our channel. Follow us on YouTube as well. You can be able to observe, you can be able to listen, you can be able to learn from what they are doing. If you can get a mentor physically, that would be even be better locally. Please look for someone who espouses the value that you want. You need to also to have life skills. We talk about the number one skill, your skill of videography, the one you did in college and stuff, like skill in computer, skill in acting, in cooking and stuff like that. But you also have to need to have other life skills. Number one is problem solving. When we are recruiting people in user investment, look for people who can be able to help us solve problems. That's why we employ you. I can solve the problem myself, but I can't be everywhere. We employ you to ensure you come and help us solve those problems. Are you the kind of person when you hear challenges, you run away? You need to be the kind of person who know how to solve problems. How do you learn how to solve problems? By solving problems. We solve one problem, problem number two. By the time you get to problem number 5, you have learned how to do it. The other thing is about communication skill, decision-making skills. Of course, you need to ensure you can be able to communicate with people in a way that they understand. You also need to have a list of things that you would like to achieve, a bucket list. People have bucket lists for things that you would like to achieve, not to stress you, to have clarity of life. You need to have a bucket. I used to have bucket lists for places I would like to travel. Very exciting for me. I've been ticking one by one as time goes by. One of the things about having a list, it just brings you closer to getting whatever you are looking for. One step closer, because you have clarity. Then the next thing it was, how can I be able to do it? But most of the time you start working on it when it is listed. I would also like to talk about avoiding bad habits. These are life-threatening habits. Not necessarily life-threatening, they just make your life go south. You need to also take care of your health. You only have this body to live in. By the time you are 50 years, that's when most people realize, I never took care of my health, and it is very difficult at that point. You do it in stages. Get into the gym. For us, you need to run. There are people who need to walk. Do something every day that makes you fit. And of course, you need to observe your eating habits as well. Must have before you reach 30. These are investments. I have so many young people who have invested in username investment in the area of land. These are plots for investment. And they are investing because they understand their parents did the same and they are reaping the benefits at the moment. When you don't have so many responsibilities and you are making money, it's the easiest time to set apart part of your income to be able to invest. But you need discipline because it's so difficult. There are so many competing factors. You want to rave, you want to go out like, you want to buy the biggest TV, you want to shine, you want to look good, you want to buy designer clothes. You need to be extremely disciplined. For me, I work with moderation, very important. You don't need to invest all your money into real estate. You can invest at least 50% because you don't have so many expenses. You acquire strategic assets. For some, you can do property. There are people who need to learn stock. There's a group of young people who have been learning how to invest in stock. You invest very small amount for you to be able to learn. You learn how to invest. This is the time to buy stocks that don't make sense. You fail, then you learn. That's not how the best way to do it. How money markets work, how businesses work, and which brings me to the third thing. Learn how to start businesses. For those who would like to pursue life in business, this is the best time. I talked about failing. You start a business, you realize it doesn't work. You're still young, you can start another one. You burn your fingers, and that time you are more creative, you have more energy, you can move all over. You can try ideas. If you look at the American technology space, most of these billionaires started their enterprise, like Facebook, before he was 30 years and 23 years old. You can also do it in Africa. Number 3, you need to invest in your relationships. Very, very important. They say your network is your net worth. It means a lot. But it's not just about money, about business. You need to invest in your support system as early as possible. I've seen people invest in friends, and one of the best friends I got is in college. I have many other friends from many other levels. You also need to invest in your family as well. It's people running away from their families, you get a job, you run away, you never go back home, you never invest in them. These are the people who will take care of you if things get very thick in the future. Invest in them. How do you do it? Of course, most of you know how these notes are social kind of a channel, but I know some few things. Of course, you need to invest in them, in their project, things that matter to them in terms of time as well. Visit them as well, talk to them when they have problems. Be there. There are people who are no longer there. Of course, there are some of us who go to home as many times as it is possible, especially to see your parents, your brothers and sisters. So there are those on the family level, in my own experience, and there are those who are close friends who can be able to support you. The last thing is a retirement plan. It still looks very early. For me, I don't believe in retirement. You go somewhere, you sleep and stuff like that. No, it's not about that. Retirement for me is about changing maybe what you are doing to do something else that you feel at that age is what you'll be doing. You still need resources, you still need money. You start as early as possible. If there is pension to be contributed, you start now. For me, the best pension plan is investing. Invest. That is the best plan that you can ever have. If you start investing when you're 25 years, by the time you are 60, you'll have so many investments that can support any idea you have at 60, anything that you'd like to do. In terms of liquid cash that you need to survive by, medical bills, you'll have so many. Start investing as early as possible. I would like to recap very fast. Number one, you invest in yourself. It encompasses your relationships, encompasses investing in your skills, removing bad habits from your life. It also encompasses health and fitness. Start now. Number two, you need to start acquiring assets as early as now. It's so easy when you are younger. You don't have many responsibilities. You keep growing them. Work with moderation. I'm not saying you invest everything. You still need entertainment. You still need to go out. But have a budget that can be able to moderate how you spend your money. Number three, you can pursue a business venture. If you're like me, start implementing ideas as early as now, as many as possible. Number four, you need to invest in your relationship. Very important. We are living in an age where mental health is a big issue because people are feeling lonely. People are being left alone. Some of us in business, you're just operating alone. You don't have real friends. You don't have real family people you can be able to tell what you are feeling. The last thing is retirement plan is so early. It looks like it is so early to invest. But the best retirement plan for me is investment. Invest. Those are things I've learned over the years, and I believe they can be able to benefit many young people out there who are like me, who also want to succeed. I believe everyone to want to succeed. God bless you as you desire to succeed. You can learn from us. Those are some of the few lessons I've learned over the years, and you can do your own thing. And the next time you are giving stories, you might be the one you are giving stories about, inspiring other people as well. God bless you. Have a very good time and all the very best in your ideas and ventures.